But Freddy, how can you not sleep? How can you not sleep? Like, I'm tired right now thinking about not being able to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
then he would just fuck your mind up. Like especially in part three, Joey, where he's like the nerd. He's like, "You like my body, Joey?" And he's got the titties out. And bam, Freddy. I'm like, Freddy, a piece of shit. And then fucking him again in part four when he killed him. How's this for a wet dream? He knew he was gonna get Joey through his dick.
All right, all right, all right. So it looks like we're broadcasting. No one's probably watching, but I'll edit it later if anything.
Yeah,
But we're basically here to talk about Suicide Squad. So you just came out of it. What did you think of it?
Well, I came out of it, and it's really funny because goddamn, I thought I turned it off. Is I don't know anything about Suicide Squad. You know what I mean? I'm just recently beginning into a lot of comics and things all together. But for me, like X-Men's been the one I've known the most about just coming up in general. So like I was never a big DC, but that's not to say I never liked Batman. It's just I don't know why they just never came my way. So like later now within the last 3 or 4 years, I've been like getting into the lore of like every character. So, but Batman's simple, you know what I mean? So it doesn't really. It's weird, but I like him. So that being said, I don't know anything about Suicide Squad. So when I came into, let me make sure I'm looking at the camera. Let me put
You
you
don't
over
have
here.
you don't have to. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at my microphone.
Okay. So I came into the movie not knowing who they are, and I left the movie not knowing who they are. You know what I mean? I have more questions and answers for just about every single character. I was writing that down when you called because every single character, with the exception of course, fucking Will and Jada. I mean, Will and Margot, because they had great chemistry. Like I really would they which was kind of cool, but
Yeah. You know what it
they were the
reminded me
only
of?
two that got story.
Did you ever see the Assault on Arkham cartoon?
No,
It's very similar, but there's actually a relationship between Deadshot and Harley Quinn in that movie.
see,
That
I've
it's
only
yeah.
again recently gotten into the cartoons too. So I've seen Young Justice, which hooked me from the first episode. I couldn't even stop. I'm like, oh, it's
Yeah.
just fucking amazing. It's so dark, especially season 2 when Aqualad fake killed Persephone. What's her
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, I know
name?
exactly what you're
It
talking
was
about.
so brutal. And then when she had to go and she fucked up Aqualad's mind, Miss Martian. Miss Martian is my favorite. Miss Martian is my favorite.
Have you been
I
watching
love her.
Supergirl?
No, and I want to, but how the fuck are they gonna make Wolf Boy Superman now?
What do you
Right?
mean? What?
The dude from Teen Wolf, Derek,
Oh,
is
I
gonna be
mean,
Superman now.
have you looked at that man? He's a very gorgeous man.
But how are you gonna keep running all these concurrent characters? You have two Barry Allens, two Clark Kents. Like if you're gonna go this ham, embrace it and give us a Flashpoint movie. I would love that. I would love it.
That would be awesome.
Thomas Wayne, and Martha Wayne is the Joker.
Actually,
You could make a movie just with those two alone and keep that for spin-offs.
I'm gonna actually you in a second. So you haven't been watching any of the CW shows?
I watched most of the first season of Flash, but it's so bogged down. So like that's a show I would have to binge because I hate those filler episodes.
I hope you don't mind that I could tell you that the third season opener this year is Flashpoint.
Well, I mean, I heard that's funny you said that because that's what made me want to see because I saw the trailer for it.
Yes.
And then this whole season is consequences of him going back in time or whatever. But what was even crazier, you know what made me give up on the Flash? Because I know the exact moment.
All right, what time did you get in the Flash?
When Iris finally realized she loved him, and he had to go back in time, and that was it. I'm like, you pieces of shit! Like
I love that because that whole episode was great because it was I think Cisco. We're spoiling a TV show, but basically, yeah, Cisco died.
That ruined me too. And you can't untake all that because I was invested, and then you're like, oh, we're undoing it. I'm just like, come on, that means you're gonna be fucking me all day long.
You know the whole show is all about fucking.
But again, I would love to binge watch it. But, but back to what I was saying. So I literally have more questions than answers for every single character because, for instance, we're gonna do this in order because I have every single one. But it's just the burning question with Captain Boomerang. What was the unicorn all about?
Yeah, I have no,
I mean,
that is not a comic book thing. I'll tell you that. That is a thing they just made up.
but the whole thing is he was holding on to it for dear life. That clearly meant something to him, you know what I mean? But it's like, nah, whatever. We're not even giving him any story. He didn't have a single flashback. He didn't have any. He was robbing a place, and the Flash stopped him. And that was such a hokey. It was the hokiest because I understand, yeah. But then one of my friends, the friend that I went with, told me that he is a Flash villain, so then it made sense to me.
Yeah, he is.
So I'm like, okay, I can deal with that, I guess. But overall, I still didn't get any real answers from. I mean, what's his skill set? He just throws boomerangs. He's got exploding boomerangs, I guess. I saw. And
yeah, and he has a remote control boomerang, kind of like Batman does in Batman Returns.
That made me mad because it was creeping. It's it's a boomerang. I keep trying to call it a batarang. It's a boomerang, so it's gonna have some speed, but the camera's just like slowly cruising along, like it became a drone.
It does. It becomes a drone.
So many moments, but one of the bigger issues I had was with the slow motion and the lack of the slow motion, because there were some awkward moments, and I can't think of them right now because it really did. It blew me away more than it let me down. I'm not gonna lie. Just seeing some of these characters was just. I tell you, Harley Quinn's just every little. She just such a. And again, I didn't know. I've never really seen a cartoon with Harley Quinn. You know what I mean? Never. So this probably was my introduction to Harley Quinn.
Okay, cool.
With this, and how do you feel about that?
I say this.
No. How do you feel about that being my first real experience with Harley Quinn? Yes, I've heard her speak in commercials, cartoons, trailers, and whatnot.
Sure.
I have not seen a full anything of her character until this movie right now. How do you feel about me discovering her through
I am totally fine with this being your first introduction to the character, because I actually feel that Margot Robbie does a very, very great job at being that character. The stuff that the character has to do in the movie and the stuff that, the plot involves with Harley, I'm not a fan of, but that character is very well representative in the movie itself. She's that like love-struck lover who just so happens to be in love with the worst person on the planet. It's
for me, it was like,
and all she wants is good too, which is weird.
It's like she found a way to own her brokenness.
Yeah,
she's a
very broken character.
It was. She's like, fuck it, I'm in all the way, Mr. J. And I was just like, oh my god. Everything she said and did was just a little moment in the elevator. Like, after she killed the rock monsters pissed me off. That was just another faceless army. Faceless army. Every superhero movie does it. Every single one does it. Every single one. And it's just, again, it's just like, okay, whatever. What are their powers? Oh, they're strong. Oh, they're falling apart here. They're taking hits.
My big problem is that in the movie, in the text of the movie, Amanda Waller goes, "You can't stop them. There's no way you could stop them." But they stop them every time. Like, you can't shoot them in the head. That's not a way to kill them. They cut their heads off and they win every time.
Deadshot took out a whole army by himself. So how did the squad of trained people again not do what Deadshot did? Granted, he can shoot a little bit faster, but they're still trained soldiers. So
yeah.
Again, it's just, and then prototype villain, is that Alex Mercer? That's all I could think about was prototype when I seen these tendrils coming out of his arms. All I could think about was prototype. That was it. That was all. I'm like, okay.
And they felt so like just loose and fake. Like there's a part where he like moves across like pillars of like a subway train, and I just felt like it was like cartoons just falling.
When they glued together and they touched the rail, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like,
it's so fluid and lucid. And I was just like, it did feel like tactile.
For me, the visuals, they absolutely told no story. Like, what was he made out of? Was that metal armor? Was that the rail he touched? Is that what he took into himself? Was it the train debris?
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you.
And then again, there was no, okay, she's 6,376 years old. What's her skill set? You know what I mean?
Yeah, she could take things.
And then again, if they knew they could kill the witch's heart the whole time, like it's just the whole thing, because if she stabbed the heart, okay, save me, brother. Well, you should have did that a long time ago. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, there's just so many moments that could have been awesome if they would have just answered just a question or two, or even just define them, especially like the brothers power. What? So
Yeah, he's
the
just a
fire,
generic
the fire
random
that
guy that
melted
gets
him,
turned into a thing. Like that
the
was
fire
weird.
that melted him didn't kill him.
We're jumping all over
But
the fucking place.
I know we are. I know we are. I know. I know. Okay, back to the slow motion. We'll go back to that. Okay.
Okay.
Because I watched a lot of the interviews. Like, I was hyped for this movie. And I know that whatever the deal is that they reshot and cut and all this other bullshit. And a trailer editor allegedly actually cut the movie, which, with all the music, it's like, I can see it. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I appreciated the music, but it was just moments where it just popped on, boom, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like, why are you creating this Clearwater Revival in me right now? Like,
Yeah.
stop or calm down with it. But
There's even ambient music where I'm like, fucking stop it. I don't need the ambient music in the scene right now.
I was okay. Fuck, I keep not even getting to the slow motion. Okay, so yeah, behind the scenes stuff to watch. Okay, so there was a scene where they were talking about the helicopter scene where they were rolling, and they said that they were basically all laughing.
Yeah.
If they would have showed that in slow motion, you could have, really gone for it. Was like the real action was just so quick. Bow. You really didn't see what happened,
No.
but you did. So you kind of have to think about it. So it's kind of like, okay, what's happening here? Okay. And then so it was just, I don't know. It's like, because then the end slow motion, it was like a minute and a half. Like you could have like cut that down to 3 second slow motion and used a whole minute of slow motion throughout the movie instead of like that whole like picking it up, throwing it, so they had to go all the way around it and then shooting it. I'm like, what the fuck is this dragging on for?
And that whole scene was so like weird too. The ending that you're talking about,
it's just like it's like the Fantastic Four ending. It's just like a quick boom, bam. Because I was telling my buddy, I'm watching it, I'm like, they're gonna have to wrap this up in about 6 minutes here. Like watch him just knock him over somewhere, and lo and behold, oh, we're gonna put the bomb underneath you. But again, the fire didn't stop you.
What is their plan after that bomb? Because clearly the bomb didn't do really anything. The fact that it blew up a dude, that's it. There's still another like big being. Like that was their big plan.
And they called that a machine. She's like, we're gonna make a machine. That's like gooey gobs of shit.
I'll get to the machine part because it's very reminiscent to another movie that came out this year, called Ghostbusters. Actually, this movie is basically. I want to bring this theory to you. Okay, this movie is basically just a remake of Ghostbusters. It's a ragtag group of people that have to go in and stop a ghost who just so happens to basically exorcise a girl in a building, and they have to stop her. And when they do, they have to kill her. Oh, we think the girl's dead. But then at the end, she's like comes out of this gooey thing and she's alive. Very much like Ghostbusters.
Huh?
And it's another just giant fucking light in the sky, which really pisses me off.
I don't know why that's the thing. Like, because my whole thing is, what was Batman doing? If the whole world's in jeopardy, what's Batman doing?
How long does the movie go on for? Like, is the fucking city being destroyed for like a week?
Well, because there's that. Because and this is funny because like when the thing's coming up, I'm like appreciating that it wasn't like a 5-minute countdown.
Yeah.
But then after a while, I'm like, okay, the thing's up. Like, when is something gonna happen? You know what I mean? So they had all that, but that again, that comes to where was Wonder Woman when this was happening?
Where's the Flash? Because currently he has a suit.
Well, it's Gotham, and they were all just there because there's.
Oh no, it's not Gotham. It's somewhere else. Gotham? It's Midway's town or some shit.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was mid. Yeah, okay, yeah, they did that.
Yeah. Okay. So they weren't there, but they can't read the fucking news, and apparently, Suicide Squad.
And Superman's still hiding out at campfire, and the news isn't on. So
and Amanda Waller's there for some reason. Okay, so here's my problem.
I love Amanda Waller.
Like, I love him. Hold on.
She was everything.
Let's stop talking about plot. Let's just talk about characters. So let's just talk about Amanda Waller. So Amanda Waller is awesome. I've seen five different iterations of Amanda Waller in my lifetime. One of them's a cartoon, but it was, I believe, Smallville was first with Pam Grier. Then there was What?
Pam Grier played fucking Amanda Waller?
Yeah, she played it in Smallville.
Oh, wow.
There was, I believe, there was a Suicide Squad in Smallville. She played Angela Bassett played Amanda Waller in Green Lantern. And then there's the Arrows Amanda Waller, and then there's now this one. This one is by far the best out of all of them. So I'm actually terrified of that woman.
So they never made chunky Amanda Waller?
I don't want to say...
Oh, they remade her skinny, I know. But I would love to have seen Octavia Spencer as Amanda Waller.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, I don't want to get into size, but basically Pam Grier is kind of that, you know.
So they put weight on her for the role.
Yeah,
because, I mean, that's a big thing. You know what I mean? That's a size issue. Like,
and I'm saying she just needs to be a principal force, and I thought Viola Davis did a great job of it. They didn't go skinny route with like CW. They went with someone with actual talent. Sorry, but that person, like, she was terrifying. Whenever she was on screen, I was actually terrified of her. There's only one scene where I didn't like, and only because I couldn't tell why it was happening. Like, it was so muddled. Like, it's the scene where we find out that, okay, I don't want to talk about plot, but we have to at this point. But it's the scene where she just kills her staff. I didn't understand why she did that.
I do. She said they were dead weight. That's kind of true.
But I'm like, holy shit! Like,
I was
am I supposed to like you?
No, I didn't. I mean, she's the villain. I think she was the bigger villain than Enchantress was.
I guess, yeah. It's just like, oh, she's so bad, but she's, I don't know, supposed to be doing this.
Like she said, she's like, "Are you the devil?" Yeah. She's like, maybe.
But okay, but here's then my issue. I don't want to talk about plot, but my issue then goes to, if she is like that and she's basically as bad as the Suicide Squad, then why is Batman like friends with her?
Well, see, I was saying the same thing to my buddy.
Why are they like buddy? They clearly know about each other.
Well, it's not only that, but Batman had the files.
She gave him the
Wonder
files.
Woman.
She had those, yes.
Yeah,
but then there's more.
So he went to Amanda Waller with the QuickTime windows, like, "Hey, who are these people?" And she's like, "Oh, here they are." Like, I really wish they would have done an Easter egg for something we didn't see or know about. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
I would have liked it if like Amanda Waller. I would have well, they're not gonna have Green Lantern for a while, but I would have liked it.
That's why it would have been a good Easter egg, because it would have been like, "Oh, when he finally gets you," you know.
Sure.
It is hype for something that's further down the road, because as of right now, I still don't feel like it's a cohesive universe for Man of Steel.
It's really weird. It feels very weird as a series of like, okay, it's weird when Batman showed up. Honestly, I actually hated every scene that Batman was in. Even the scene where, like, okay, fuck it, I'm talking about it. So one of my biggest problems with this movie is that apparently Batman will kill a nameless thug with his car. He'll shoot their gas tank. Doesn't give a fuck. But if you're Joker, Harley, or Deadshot, he'll just punch you in the face or arrest you on Christmas, and that's it. He'll eat dinner with Amanda Waller, and these are all known fucking killers. Yet he does not kill them.
Well, not only that,
because apparently he established that he kills people in this universe.
Then you have Deadshot just surrendering like that. He would have shot and ricocheted a bullet off the wall and hit Batman in the cheek or the face or something with it. And,
but even Batman was like, "I don't want to do this in front of your daughter." I mean,
I understand that too, but Deadshot did want to do it in front of his daughter.
So here's oh goddamn, I want to jump all over the fucking place, but I can't. I'm trying not to. But yeah, so that scene was powerful.
We started with the introduction, and that was the introduction right there. So next was the introduction to Harley Quinn.
Honestly, I would have just... Her first scene should have been seeing Amanda Waller when she says, "Are you the devil?" I really hated the pop arty like beginning, because that to me felt like the reaction that everyone had to Batman versus Superman and through the first trailer. They're like, "Oh no, we have to make the movie that everyone's expecting," and it's this like huge pop art movie. And I felt that those like different like Harley Quinn and then all that text that you'll never fucking read unless you pause the screen. Apparently at the bottom. Apparently at the bottom, though, I was
so annoyed by that too.
It says apparently she was complicit in Robin's death. Kind of cool, but I would have preferred to not see that wall of text for any of the characters, because organically, we shouldn't know much about these characters until Amanda Waller gets there and like actually visits them.
Yeah.
I would have preferred it that way. That's some of the movie I would have just cut out because the movie just felt like we got to cut this like awesome montage of all these fucking tiger card.
I wouldn't mind a montage if they timed it right, because I would have argued a better intro would have been seeing her restrained as a psychiatrist, so you slowly see that descent into what she is by the end of the movie. Because I'm telling you, like, she owned every bit of her madness. So like to see if the movie started with her as the psychiatrist, all buttoned up, primmed and proper.
Yes, I agree.
Beginning the movie.
I agree. And then you had that great introduction.
Yeah. Or either that and then a flash to her craziness. You know what I mean? Or like a quick clip. Just don't show us her mad right off top, because then it doesn't really matter what she came from, because this is what she is.
And the other crime that I have against the movie is the weird introduction to the Joker. It's really just here he is. He's in your face. You know, when you remember like Heath Ledger's Joker, the way that he's introduced is through character actions and then a big reveal. Like he's that whole like opening with the bank robbery and stuff like that, and everyone's slowly getting taken out, and he's the one, doing it. I was terrified of him. This was just like, here's him in a straitjacket, fucking going googly eye like he's a fucking cat. His introduction to the movie should have been the scene where they get the guard, right? And then he's sitting down, and there's like all those like giant scary black men in the meat locker, and then you just see this person walk up behind him and grab him on his shoulders.
Yeah.
That should have been his fucking introduction.
The dude's like, oh my God.
Oh Jesus. And then he's like, kiss the ring. And then he does it. And it's like, I felt like
he really meant it.
He really meant it. Like that would have been awesome. I would have lost my shit. That's how they started. Like because I actually so Harley Quinn I really do like a lot. I also do like the Joker. Despite everyone's hate for his tattoos, I honestly like this version of this character.
Can we talk about the tattoos?
Yeah, because they did nothing to the movie. They didn't really matter.
I like
this one though.
The post you made the other day. Yeah, that was a good one. When you said we're Joker and Batman are in love or whatever. Yes. I would have loved to have seen Rest in Peace Martha Wayne. You know what I mean? Or just something, you know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for that, they would not have met. You know what I mean? So of course he would be infinitely grateful for whoever, you know what I mean, caused him to, you know what I mean? So like just some kind of like, because some kind of Batman reference, because that's what they do. So like it's very ha ha ha. There's all these self-referential tattoos, and so hipster to me. Yeah. But then the whole look kind of threw it together, so I'm not totally mad at it. And then the metal teeth are from getting him knocked out all the fucking time.
Yeah, that's still been my excuse. It's not explained in the movie. The tattoos are not explained in the movie.
Nothing's explained in the movie, dude.
No, nothing's explained in the movie. That's why I'm like, that's my biggest problem is that the movie that these characters are in, I feel like these characters have such great potential on who's playing them and also some of the characters and what they do that I'm really just like, oh, you're just in a generic movie. Literally, I saw 2 movies this summer that have the same plot where I'm like, holy shit, another light in the sky.
Well, you could just say 4 movies this year that basically.
Yeah, exactly. Including Avengers 1.
Avengers 1, they did it right because they had 7 movies leading up to it. So it's like by the time they all met, you're like, oh my God. So when Wonder Woman stepped in, it was like, I'm glad to see Wonder Woman.
Even then, I can say that in the first Avengers movie, if you didn't watch any of the previous, iterations of it, the way that each character is introduced in the movie is pretty skillful, and you kind of already get an idea of who they are. Like, for instance, when you first meet Black Widow in Avengers, she owns that scene. She's a badass, so she's a badass going forward. Captain America, not Captain America, I'm sorry, Iron Man, like, you just need to see the dude doing cool shit in a suit. You're good.
Well, I mean, you could just say 2 words. Joss Whedon, that's what he does. I mean,
I know.
Buffy, man. Buffy.
I know. Buffy.
Man.
So
Buffy.
We should have a Buffy cast. But yeah.
That's my show.
Yeah, so good. But yeah, it was such a missed opportunity.
They didn't come together because, like, again, with all these poppy intros, I was expecting to see one for every single person. So it's kind of like Psych.
Yeah, I know, because we really needed an intro for Slipknot.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, that was the one where I'm like, okay, let's introduce him by punching a woman in the face, knowing that you automatically hate him, and then we're just gonna kill him.
somebody uh, described his role, and they're like Slipknot, and they're like just usual. As soon as the Indian makes a deal for white man, he's killed. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. It is so true though, right? I mean, he literally fell, and then his skill set didn't need to be defined. So, and then we had Killer Croc, whose only explanation was he was treated like an animal, so he became an animal.
Basically.
I'm like okay, well, he was already going to be a disappointment because PG-13, you can't show any tearing of the flesh.
Yeah, you can't. So I will say, have you ever watched the animated series?
No.
There's actually a really cool episode with the Killer Croc, and he looks just like that. And I was like, holy shit. There's that part where he takes off his shirt, and he just has the pants. And I'm like, holy shit, that's straight out of that cartoon. I'm like, this is fucking rad. The funny thing was, I was expecting to see more of that, which I really didn't have a problem with him other than they did give him a story. There was no motivation in his whole story arc was getting a TV in his fucking cell at the end. I know. By the way, did you know that character's black?
Oh yeah, it's Adebisi, man.
No. I mean, in the movie, did you know that Killer Croc is black because he had that like jacket and the fucking like gold chain and shit like that? That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, let's make sure it's totally apparent.
Well, because then even the way he talked to Harley Quinn, no, baby, I'm beautiful.
Like, come on.
I was weak. I'm beautiful.
I want a BMT.
Because she said, like, you're ugly on the inside, except for him. He's ugly on the outside too.
Yeah, no, I'm beautiful.
Yeah. Good. But so he didn't get an introduction. So like, we don't know if he had family. We don't know if he was a genetic experimentation. Maybe someone fucked a gator. I don't know. What happened? Why is he like that? So I still like this character.
We even got an introduction to Captain Flag where I'm like, do we need one? He's just a generic white dude with a boner.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You got to have your white lead. Like, that's ultimately, like, literally the whole time I'm watching this movie, just because, the white guy's in charge.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Even though this is Will Smith's movie.
And then I'm fucking thinking to myself, don't fucking tell me the white dude saves them all. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
But kind of.
Kind of, but at least Deadshot does the last shot. So here's my thing with the last shot with Deadshot. I would have liked the shot better if the gun was actually pointed at the daughter's head.
Ooh,
and he had to shoot through his daughter to get to the thing. Because he knows that
disappeared right when it was...
Exactly, because that's clearly an apparition from...
See, that's why I mean you should have wrote the movie.
I fucking know. Oh
that whole scene, that whole minute and a half of slow motion, I would have took 5 seconds just for that bullet, okay, and then used 5 seconds for when Harley Quinn jumped the rope. I'd use 5 seconds when Harley Quinn fell in the bat. I'd use a couple of seconds when the Joker fell in the bat after. Like, there was so many moments that sped past. I'm like, this would have been epic if you would have slowed it down. Yeah, but the one moment that I swear to God was absolutely perfect was when they were in that bat and they were kissing and the colors.
It's a scene that I don't know if it fit the place where it was, but I like it a lot because it reminded me. It felt like their wedding day.
That's what's kind of. That's what he said. Would you die for me? Well, no, that's too easy. Will you live for me?
Yeah.
Like, oh my! Like I got chills because that was.
I know. I loved it a lot.
I finally bought their chemistry because at the moment, again, he just seems an abusive, crazy fuck. Because even when he crashed in the water, he left her there.
Yeah. He totally did. He totally does.
I'm like, what do you mean you're coming back for her? She's drowning as far as you know. So Batman goes in, and she's like waving the knife. I'm like, oh, it's great, punching her in the face.
Yeah, that was fun.
And the one beef I had with that was right before that. They explained that she's crazier and she's more reckless than he is. She should have been happy that she didn't know how to swim, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to swim.
Yeah, exactly.
Gone overboard. But
I agree.
But yeah, like you said, the Batman, I don't know. I didn't like Batman. I feel like maybe there's some Batman scenes missing.
There is, because I could have swore I saw a report that there's supposed to be a nightmare version of Batman, or like there's also, did you see online there was that like toy at Comic-Con that was the Joker dressed up as Batman?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, where the fuck's all that? Like, I would have
Maybe it was
fucking
a
loved it.
fan. Well, yeah.
Okay, the best shot though, the best shot is the shot of Harley Quinn and the Joker in the tuxedo and the original suit.
You're talking about like right at the very end?
It's very the very beginning. She's wearing the original Harley Quinn costume and they're dancing. It's like a flash. It's like a flash that comes on screen.
Well, see, that's what, because again, I've never watched the movies, so like you would identify a frame.
Well, have you've seen her old look though, right? Like you've seen like the Chester.
I saw she had that in her bag.
Yeah, no, there is a scene early in the movie where he's dressed up in that same like tuxedo outfit that he's wearing later in the movie, but she's wearing the actual like Harley Quinn original costume. And when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm seeing that. That's awesome. That's like, it actually exists on film. Like,
well, you see, that's why it's crazy that I didn't know much about it. And then again, that's why it disappointed me, because I still don't know much about it.
Sure. Do you have Amazon Prime at all?
I have Amazon, but not Prime.
Okay, because they have the free service, and I think the Batman animated series is all on there. And one of the best episodes, I mean, the episode for Harley Quinn is called Mad Love, and it's basically the introduction of how she came to be.
Yeah, I love how she was created on the show, and then went to comics.
Yes.
And then went to movies.
Cartoons.
And then that's kind of how I met her in her third medium.
Yeah.
Being the movie. So going back, I don't know, it might be interesting.
No, it's, you know, she's a fun character, especially if you see the original episodes that she's in. She's like a nameless like henchman, and then finally you just see her in the costume, and then she has a personality, and then she has actually a growing relationship with Poison Ivy, which is a lot of fun. And in the comics, it might be a sexual relationship.
I would have loved to have seen. Well, yeah, what was it the Bad Girls of Gotham or something?
Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So
I mean, that's what Margot Robbie wants to do after this. Like, if she becomes big, that'd be kind of cool if they do a Birds of Prey meets Gotham City Sirens, where all those characters are intermingled and stuff like that.
Man the fuck up and give her and Joker a rated R movie. You could just basically do natural born killers in Gotham.
I would love it if it was the Death in the Family. I'm sorry, is it Death of the Death of the Family story, which is the Robin stuff. So it could literally just be a whole point where how can I describe it? It could be a whole movie about Joker and Harley, and then they have this big plan, and the big plan is to kill Robin. And then maybe Harley is not completely into the plan or finds the plan no longer fun, but then Joker goes all the way and they separate for a second. But, you know, I don't know. Because she says she's, like I said, it was complicit in the thing. So she was involved in some way, but I don't know.
Well, complacent. She probably was there helping, laughing. Probably just didn't do anything herself. But when he beat him to death with a crowbar, was it? I don't know.
He beats him with a crowbar and then blows him up.
Because what was it? He's like, it was a terrible joke. And it was like, what are you doing here? This is a crowbar, and then he beats him to death.
Yeah, something like that.
Something about a Robin. Yeah, I told it all fucking wrong. But it's fucking terrible.
I hated the common scene. I thought that scene was stupid because it doesn't really make sense.
Because it was obviously something cut out of it. And then context. So they wanted to give Common his cameo,
I guess.
And they're like, okay, well, because there was so many.
Does he even get a name in the movie? I don't even know.
Well, I knew it because it was something I was watching about, because it's actually one of his henchmen from the comics or whatever.
Oh, interesting.
But again, since they fucking cut it to hell, like, I would really like to know what is sitting on the floor, because I feel like Captain Kangaroo, Boomerang.
How is that not a joke in the movie?
Oh, well, again, you know why? Because the studio or whoever got it hands in it.
Okay, so far, Harley Quinn, Jokers are awesome. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller's awesome.
She was so evil. Oh,
she was great. Boomerang I actually really liked.
Yeah, well, because that's what's his face from
Jai Courtney,
Genesis and all that, right?
Yeah. Like, he plays a generic white dude in movies mostly, but I kind of like him as a crazy dude.
He really got lost in the role.
Yeah.
Because because there's a lot of actors who you see, and like even Will Smith, I'm friends with Will Smith. You know what I mean? Like he got lost in the world. There wasn't, and Jay Hernandez. I fucking did not know that was Jay Hernandez till the end of the
Yeah,
movie.
Jay Hernandez actually was very surprising. Is he was really good as El Diablo. I will say it's a little shoehorny, but I did like his character overall. And I think we'll maybe see that character again.
She said shoe horny. Well, yeah,
Shoehorny.
because he didn't even get an introduction. It was just
No.
like Diablo.
Well, he does get those like flash, when he's telling his tale. I would have rather have not seen the fucking people, but him just doing the thing in the cup, I thought that was cool. That was
If he did like the whole family.
Yeah, I would have preferred that. And then he suffocated.
And they're like beating on the door, and then
exactly.
That would be much more brutal.
We were way too spurred for this movie.
Because the funny thing about it was, it's me and my friend. We went to see, we were watching it, and then like, oh, the burn.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy looked at each other. Where are fucking burns? Yeah. Like maybe I'm a sick fuck. Okay. But even during Civil War, when King Chaka got blown up, I'm like, well, where is fucking burns? Like his collar is bright white still. It's not a suit, not nothing. It's just like just that little attention to detail, and just like the Mummy Returns when Evie dies, her heart's still beating in her neck, and just I always look for stuff like that. So it's crazy. Yeah. But who did we talk about? Enchantress. How did you feel about her?
I'm a huge Cara Delevingne fan, but
what's she from? She looks so familiar.
She is an actress. She is an actress, but she's mostly a model. She was in a movie called Paper Towns last year.
It kind of explains a lot.
And that's it. But she's a model for the most part.
I want to say she was completely forgettable. She was kind of an interchangeable white chick, whereas Enchantress wasn't much better. She was the ring girl with this weird U or whatever the fuck shape. A 3/4 moon that was face down.
Yeah, Judy Moon.
Judy Moon. So that whole thing, and then even knowing she was going to be the main villain, like it was like, okay, I'm rocking with it. I'm seeing how it goes. But then she disappeared. It's like she was charging. And then they're fighting these rock monsters that she's making. So there was, what was her end game? They're just going to take over the rock monsters.
I honestly don't know, man.
I'm sick and tired of the plot to destroy the world, because at the end of the day, as moviegoers, we know that theory is going to be sitting after the movie. So stop threatening us that the world's going to explode, because it's not. It's never.
On top of that, I didn't feel any stakes whatsoever for any of the characters. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. So even when they did blow him up, I'm like, is this for real? Is this real life? You know what I mean?
Well, Slipknot, I knew they were going to kill only because he's not a character. He is a character in the comic books, but he's not a character that we care about. He's literally just there to be an example for what will happen if they, fucking die. But everybody else, it's just like
he came in at the very end, like he wasn't even at the prison. It was just like, this is just so awkward. And then when Katana, I'm just like, what? Because she just jumped in a helicopter. Oh, that's Katana. Her sword captures people. And then they proceed later on to give her a little bit richer. And I thought it was deep how her husband's in the sword.
Yes. Actually, my other big issue with the movie is the fact that sure, we can have this movie, but it affected actually the CW in a big way, because there was a Suicide Squad on CW. There was a Deadshot. There was Amanda Waller. There was also a Katana. But because of Warner Brothers' mandate, they had Deadshot killed. They had Amanda Waller killed on screen with a bullet on her head to show that she can't come back. And they also kind of like had Katana, but like pushed her away where she's no longer part of the cast. And it was just like, we could have explored those characters on the TV show and explored them on the movies, but for some reason they didn't want people get confused between Will Smith, who, not traditionally what Deadshot looks like, but that's what they're going with. I'm like, I'm not going to complain too hard.
But it's like they said, fuck it, because I was talking to a friend of mine with the very same issues with now there being two Clark Kents and now there's two Barry Allens. It's like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? There's got to be some sort of canon just so you don't have those issues. Because
Well, here's the
especially
thing.
as a brand,
Sure.
Barry Allen's a huge name as
Yes.
far as the Flash, right? I mean, any nerd you say Barry Allen to, they're gonna know who that is. So when you have two Barry Allens, it's just confusing to think
It
there's
is.
a Flash here. And the same with Superman. How are you gonna sell toys when you want them to buy Henry Cavill, but now I can buy Derek the Werewolf Superman too?
No, I
Are you
agree.
gonna
I
make
agree.
both of them? How's this gonna work? I want a bust of Superman, but you
Yeah.
send me Derek, but I want Henry. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. No, I do agree with that. I will say in the season 2 of Flash, they actually introduced the multiverse. So that means that Batman, basically anything that existed in video and TV medium exists in this 52 universe.
Yeah.
So they actually show like a Flash, the original Flash,
Yeah.
who is played by Barry Allen's dad in the current show, that exists in this world as a alternate universe. So this is just, I mean, that just means that the CW verse exists in a different, planet or existence away from the movie version. So they could do, crossovers. Just like it just sucks that they had to kill these characters off where they could have like had more interesting stuff they could have done with them. Instead, they did it to,
If they're taking the multiverse, they might as well this is the universe we're not dead.
Yeah.
But at the same time, then that needs to be something that blanketly affects because like I don't want to talk about Civil War, but the Sokovia Accords were perfect.
Sure.
They will explain, well, where was Captain America while this happened? Where was this? It sets up Spider-Man to when his villains attack, Iron Man can't help. He's bound by the Sokovia Accords. So like that really set up a reason to why people have limited engagement. Whereas
yeah, I agree.
DC, once they set up however they're going to do that in it, then that will be like, okay, cool.
Like Batman was not involved whatsoever in this movie.
Yeah, it wasn't Superman's dead, but again, Wonder Woman would want to save the fucking world.
And apparently, the Flash is running around. He's got the fucking suit. He caught Boomerang.
Why wouldn't he want to come catch his? Well, they all have, like who? Croc's one of Batman's villains, right? Okay, so Harley Quinn's one of Batman's villains. Captain Britain, yeah, like what? No one's claiming they're villains. Like those are my dudes, dog.
Yeah, and it's clear, and it's explicit that at the end of the movie that Batman knows that all those characters are with Amanda Waller, so he knows where they're at, and knows what they're being used for.
Who Enchantress? Who's the villain? Is she Batman villain too?
She's just she's a supernatural character, so she's either like hanging around with either like Zatanna or Swamp Thing or those kind of characters. So
Zatanna's the chick, right?
Zatanna's a chick. Yeah, actually, okay. Here's my third act.
Justice League Dark.
I would judge, yeah, exactly. And that's how you introduce Zatanna into this world. My third act is we can't defeat this witch person because all of us don't have real powers. None of us actually have real powers. I mean, Killer Croc's the closest thing, but it's really just strength and ripping people in half. We need to call in someone that can help us. Hey, Constantine or fucking Zatanna. We need you to cast spells so we could stop her. Instead, it's like 5 normal people fighting off for someone who could clearly kill them. And like,
I love Constantine.
He would have been fucking awesome if he just showed up. I'm like, oh shit!
Reeves shows up.
It won't be Keanu Reeves.
I would have died. Even if it was 2 minutes to defeat her and bind her in a book and disappear, that would have been it.
Okay.
Because then that would have made Constantine a canon. Because that's the whole thing. Like, they just need this, like, for me, especially for the whole Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy, it's like they just won't embrace the mystical nature. Like, I'm dying for Clayface. I would love to see a fucking Clayface.
I will say, because of Enchantress, because of Killer Croc, they can do those characters.
But rock monsters, so yeah.
Yeah, rock monsters and Doomsday.
Monsters! Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally.
I still wasn't mad at Doomsday, but everyone else was. But
after watching,
it wasn't like getting raped for me.
After watching the Ultimate Cut, I didn't mind it at that time. Yeah. But it is what it is.
It is.
But yeah, okay. I think we can wrap it up. But yeah. My final thoughts are I don't think it's a good movie, but there's things in there that are redeemable, and I feel that could surface something in the future. In particularly Harley, Deadshot, Boomerang, those characters. I would like to see them return. Characters that I would never want to see again would be Enchantress.
Mhm.
Killer Croc is fine, but I don't honestly know if he could work. I don't even know how he worked in this movie, but he worked apparently.
But he just didn't have enough story to really not work. He was just there.
True.
I'm
Katana can only work for me if she shows up in the Harley Quinn movie, I guess. Because supposedly that version is supposed to be, from the rumor stuff, it's Harley Quinn teams up with villains, and then she goes against the Birds of Prey, which are basically Batgirl, Huntress, and Katana, really. So
we see, for me, they need to stop just having versus movies. Like, I wouldn't want to see that. I would just to see Hard, because that's the whole thing. It's, at the end of the day, you know who's gonna win. You know what I mean? Like, Batman vs Superman, you knew they're really gonna fight. The whole time they're selling you to fight. I'm like, come on, tell me what the movies are really about. Then the trailer comes out, like, here's what the whole movie's about. Start to finish.
True.
Like,
I would just hope that they would clash. They're gonna clash, and then obviously they would stop a bigger threat. But
well, it's not that I don't want to see the fight. It's that
it doesn't need to be the title of the fucking movie.
There we go. There's that, and just like, I don't know why every single movie has to do this, but you introduce and take out the villain right away. So Enchantress is dead. You establish her sister, so why is she dead? You know what I mean? How can she survive without her heart? But when there was so much that I just again I come out of this movie with more questions, because I'm like, okay, so what is this village? What, where, why? How did they do it? How did they know to do it? If 6,000 years ago, how would you even know to cut this bitch's heart out? Because you would literally think she was God, and all this shit smoking and flying off her. How are you gonna, it's just, I would have loved to see that flashback where they put her, show her motivations, make me feel for her, because show her betrayal. So it's like, I can almost understand why she's entered the world, but you only understand two characters' motivations. Like, you didn't even know Joker's motivations. I'm just here.
His motivation is, I guess I want my girlfriend.
How though? How, when he left her at one point? How when he waited so long to do anything? Like,
but he's totally gung ho of like, just, I gotta get that girl.
Yeah, but it was just like, there was just so many gung ho acting. It's like, how long was she in jail before he broke out? If he broke out the way he broke her out, he could do that long fucking time ago.
I would have preferred if there was a secret plot that was in Joker's story where Harley knew something and he needed to get her to get something.
Yeah,
at least. But so far, no. It's maybe he wants his girlfriend back, which I guess.
Well, even if he would have had a more nefarious plan, like freeing a couple prisoners from Arkham or something. You know what I mean? Like, or maybe, I don't know. There was just probably not the Joker, honestly.
Sure.
They serviced him, but they kind of only serviced him. You know what I mean? Just like the old. And then it's good at the time, but the more you think about it, it's kind of like.
So yeah, we really didn't need him in the movie.
Well, because they're talking about how he was all into it in the method acting and immerse himself, and then he had maybe a total of 9 minutes.
And there's clearly a scene in the trailer where he's in the tuxedo. He looks burnt to shit, and he like eats a grenade, like pulls a pin on a grenade, throws it. And I thought that was going to happen at the end of the movie, where like Amanda Waller was there, right? She's threatening people, and I thought that Joker was going to come up behind her and stop her, and then he's going to take Harley, and then he's going to throw the grenade and say bye-bye, and then that's the end of their movie. He didn't need to break into the prison to rescue her. That could have been her exit out of the movie, but nope. For some reason that happens, but
I was going to say, the Joker, the trailer. I didn't watch the final trailer because once I heard about all this, because there was the trailer where the Diablo won't take a drink.
Yes,
she's like, that's a good idea, Pumpkin.
Not in the movie.
Even in the movie. Like, there's just, I was waiting for that moment. I was waiting. And first of all, I thought the whole bar scene was cut, because it was
chopped shit.
Well, because it was way in the fight. That bar was kind of, would you really go in there and just have these intimate drink moments before the final battle? For real? That had to have should have been halfway through the movie. So I'm sitting there in the
I would have
bar.
loved if the movie was a flashback from that point. Like, the whole movie's just a flashback where they're at the bar drinking.
Almost how Deadpool did it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was waiting for that fucking moment, and I'm just sitting there, and I was just sitting there, and then like I couldn't focus for a moment because I'm like, why the fuck would they just that little moment, like, and that led me to think, like, you literally took that 5 seconds out for God knows what, you know what I mean? Because there's this movie where it's just incomprehensible, like everything that had to deal with the brother and the sister. Because at one point, did she kiss him? I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at here? I mean, was it not frowned upon 6,000 years ago? You know what I mean? It's wrong now, sister. But then again, that's the only way to keep a bloodline pure, you know? Which is what's always funny to me when people say things like that, because unless you have brothers and sisters fucking, you're not pure, you know? Oh,
And on that note,
oh, yeah. What I fucking we talk about flag. We talk about flag. Chantress. Captain Doom.
we basically covered it.
Are you sure? Am I missing someone?
No, no one's really missing.
Because Slipknot was non-existent.
No.
Not fucking existent.
I guess we didn't really talk about that shot, but I mean, he was just Will Smith.
Well, because he was just Will Smith. He had some good act. Well, there was a moment.
He Will Smith the shit out of that movie.
He is expert marksman. Yes.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is he holding a gun sideways? I was fucking furious because he wouldn't compromise his 100%
Yeah, I know.
track record to look cool. Save that for Bad Boys 3. They're working on it right now. So, which I'm excited for too. Which will be better because it's gonna be rated R. Like I feel like if this movie was rated R, they would have had more balls. Because like overall, the movie has no balls.
Yeah, it's a limp attempt to recreate what Guardians of the Galaxy gave us, as well as try to also attempt what Deadpool did earlier this year by being that raunchy movie. And I mean, literally, there's like 1,000 ass shots in this movie that are just like not necessary. But if they just, literally just had the balls to go all out, I would have probably appreciated it more. But it really, honestly didn't. Oh, here's another question. How the fuck did Harley Quinn get on that elevator without no one knowing? But then how did they beat her up the stairs?
Oh, that's good.
Before she got up to the elevator. That made no fucking sense. Do they teleport?
That is one of at least 475 questions I had because I'm still trying to think of more questions I had. That's why I wanted to write it down because there was so much. Like we might even have to do a part 2, or go see the movie together or something and take notes actually because, like, again, like it's not that I didn't like the movie. It's that I didn't like how the movie made me feel.
Sure.
Because again, I didn't know anything about this character, so they fucking fingered my butthole and didn't
didn't let you finish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because like again, they just threw on Katana. Then they tried to give her story, but they still ultimately didn't say why she still hangs out with Flag. Okay, so some guy killed her husband with that sword. So is she working with him to find that guy? Like that would have been cool to know that she's on the never-ending quest to save my girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, is it revenge? What pushes her? What drives her? Same with Croc.
Why is she even associated?
Why does the Croc even have a will to live? Like if I was a killer Croc and I live in the city, like fucking kill me, dude. I don't give a fuck. I don't have family or nothing. So like, why do you? Oh, but he got his TV. So that's okay.
And his BMT. Don't forget about his BMT.
Yeah, but the cool thing I did like was the June Flag relationship being set up by Amanda Waller.
Oh, yeah.
The hooks that she had in everybody was fucking fantastic. When she told Deadshot to shoot Harley Quinn, I'm like, and she's like, if you do,
I love that scene.
I'll give you your freedom, and I just did. And he's like,
that bitch is dead.
And she falls. And then she's like, ah! And then he's like, I missed. I'm like, that was probably the only complete 3 minutes that wowed me. Just because, and again, it's not saying that there weren't moments, but there just weren't complete moments. Especially the music a lot just took me out of it because, like, it was so, now that's what I call music clip show, is what I felt like it was. because I was expecting Len Steal My Sunshine to just pop up.
Oh my God, how is it not in the movie?
Yeah.
Literally, they could have killed the witch.
They
could have killed the witch, and then their celebration song could have been
indulging in my self-defeat.
Exactly. And then they go back to prison, and then they're all doing their things in the prison. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for talking to me today. Hopefully we'll probably chat more on other movies.
Oh, yeah. We got to finish this one because I'm still not done. And actually, we got to do the Killing Joke, too, because for me, I didn't know anything about it. Again, it's another one of those.
Yes.
The burning question is, why didn't I see the joke until 38 minutes into this movie, and it's only an hour 15 minutes?
It's a good fucking question about the
that was.
And we'll answer that.
I feel like we should stop this one and then start the Killing Joke one.
Start the Killing Joke one? If only if it wasn't 2:00 in the morning.
No, I totally would do that. Because I would actually want to rewatch it because, like, Serves and Batgirl, but regular thug. First of all, you're trying to make a deep, and it's like, it's a regular punk. Like, give it the Joker. So,
Yeah. But until next time.
Yeah. You about to get on Xbox or what?
Maybe. I think I ignored a phone call. I should probably answer that phone call.
All right, slap it.
I'll be on. I'll maybe be on afterwards. Just don't keep an eye for me.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
All right, man. Bye.